Hey everybody, Roxabox90 here with a deck tech of a very special lady you would not want to meet on a dark night. Her name is Sigarda, host of Herons, and she, in my opinion, is one of the most powerful and horrifically annoying commanders to combat in 1v1. Which is why I'll be showing you how to craft an immensely powerful deck list that takes full advantage of her abilities. Let's take a look at her. Sigarda is a 5/5 green-white legendary angel who costs 5 mana to cast. She has flying and hexproof, and also makes your opponents unable to make you sacrifice permanents via spells or abilities. So what makes Sigarda so great? She is a 5/5 commander with evasion and protection, along with an anti-sacrifice effect. This makes it incredibly difficult for your opponents to kill her without wrath spells, tuck effects, -X spells, and cards which negate her entirely. Given her power level, the most effective build is to use Sigarda as a Voltron commander. The goal of this deck is to help Sigarda hit play, stay in play, and smash your opponent for 21 damage to win you the game. Sigarda is one of the slower commanders in the 1v1 format, going up against powerhouses such as Zur, Kaalia, Thalia, Doran, Captain Saisei, and more. To get Sigarda into play as quickly as possible in the most streamlined manner, we need a very fast ramp package. Cards like Llanowar Elves and Birds of Paradise give us in-play mana fixing, and other one-drops like Voyaging Satry and Sakura Tribe Scout do the same. They also help us get out non-basic lands, or use our utility lands, such as Yavimaya's Hollow, multiple times. Green Sun Zenith and Dryad Arbor also synergize really well, though obviously with a greater risk. Non-creature ramp like Land Tax and Burgeoning worry our opponent since the ball is in their court, and ramp over time unless they're stopped, while mana speed cards like Fast Spawn and Mox Diamond round out our total package. Our land base is fairly simple otherwise. We have the classic green-white duels, fetches, and a good number of basics to offset things like Runation and Blood Moon. We scale up after playing our 0/1 drops and have cards like Lotus Cobra and Joraga Treespeaker, Darksteel Ingot, Wood Elves, Selesnia's Signet, and Nature's Bond all come into play. If we can land one of our 0 and 1 drops, and then land any of these cards, we can get Sigarda out swinging on turn 3. How do we prevent someone from simply countering Sigarda outright? One way is to use cards with passive abilities to lock out our opponent's instant spells. City of Solitude and Grand Abolisher outright prevent your opponent's instants on your turn, and Thalia makes their counterspells more expensive. Mana Tithe, while it can be used to prevent a dramatic Cheatham, Rockwool, or Grizzlebrand into play, or counter their commander, also protects us from early game counterspell. Savage Summoning and Cavern of Souls are near universal preventatives with other nice bonuses. Once Sigarda hits play, we need to protect her from as many threats as possible. The easiest way to fight every threat to her is with Hyena Umbra. This card is a cheap totem armor and makes any simple removal of Sigarda impossible. Darksteel Plate and Saffi Eriksdotter, as well as Yavimaya Hollow, prevent nearly all Wrath cards from killing her, and Gaddog Teeg prevents nearly anything from killing her. Now that Sigarda is in play, we ideally want to get 21 damage from her spear to your opponent's face as quickly as possible. To do so, we need to do more damage than 5 power as very fast. What is as quickly as possible? Lightning Greaves gives her haste immediately for nothing, so that saves us a wasted turn. But what we really need is to get her power up to 7, since we can then win in 3 swings. Rancor, the different swords, Umizawa's Jite, O Naginata, Wolfir's Silverheart, and even Elspeth can get her up there basically every turn. And don't forget Ajani, Caller the Pride, and Silverblade Paladin's double strike abilities. To get all these cards helping Sigarda quickly, we need to get them fast and preferably before we even get her into play. We run a tutor package including Eladamri's Call, Steel Shaper Gift, and Green Sun Zenith, along with Stoneforge Mystic, in order to grab different cards. We also have card sorting cards such as Sylvan Library, Miri's Guile, and Survival of the Fittest in order to find the exact cards we need to set her up. These also help if Sigarda is somehow tucked away via Hollowed Burial or Terminus, since they let us go find her within our deck and either bring her back to play or into our hand. But she can be chump blocked to prevent the lethal damage from getting through. So we also have to run a strong removal package that has 2 main objectives. The first is to precisely spot, remove, or prevent other Voltron commanders, and the second is to stop hordes of creatures from completely overwhelming us. In the spot removal category, we have direct removal of creatures with Path to Exile and Swords to Plowshares, and of course general removal with Qasali Pridemage, O-Ring, and Beast Within. For sweepers, we try not to run so many since it is 1v1, but just to be safe, we run Austere Command and Cataclysm, both of these cards will usually end the game if Sigarda is in play. But worst case scenario, Sigarda is dealt with, and you can't easily access her for some reason. How can you still win? We run a lot of weenie drops, so Wiltleaf Liege not only gets Sigarda up to that 7 power we talked about, but also makes your entire army more powerful. Thrun the Last Troll and Hero of Bladehold, combined with any sword, can take the game on their own, and Sun Titan gives us a never-ending recur engine to overwhelm opponents with our card advantage. Some other cards to consider would be Elish Norn and maybe Iona, though these in 1v1 may be a bit outside of our ramp reach. To round off the deck, we have various singletons that help us deal with vicious decks in the format, such as Land Destruction, Reanimator, and quick combo builds. The only serious threat I can see at this time are decks that are simply faster than she is. We have to hope our early control cards can be enough. Sigarda is not a commander to be underestimated, and this build really uses her potential to its fullest. So thanks for watching, everyone. Please leave your thoughts and comments down below, and if you liked the video, tap that like button to let me know you want more deck techs like this. And then check out my other commander decks in the playlist at the top of the video. Don't forget to subscribe for more Magic the Gathering content, and as always, Roxabox90 signing out. I'll see you guys next time.